Skepta has finally released his long-anticipated album, Konnichiwa, and that is the opening track called Konnichiwa. And right now in the studio, I have the lady whose vocals you hear at the beginning, which is so exciting, Fifi Rong. How are you?
Thank you.
I've got so much that I want to talk to you about, mainly your EP, but I feel like we can't not talk about Skepta's album.
Yeah,
so
of course, yeah.
How did it all come about?
I think he found out my music around the time he was having the concept for this album, and he basically contacted me on Twitter, and he heard my stuff, and he said, let's have a session together. So that's how we arranged a session, and as soon as I got in the studio, probably within 10-20 minutes, the recording is there. So when I now listen to this track, I'm like, oh, I did that. Because it's been quite a while, this album's been, in the making for a long time.
What went through your mind when you received that tweet or that DM? When he first reached out to you, did you know who he was?
Not really. Not really. But my friends knew, so that was that. But then I started to learn, and also he's really like a mentor as an artist to another kind of upcoming artist. It's really good to learn a lot of things from him, and then the more I know him, the more respect I have for him, with music and with how he conduct his life in a career.
I have to ask you about your style. I was looking at all your artwork, and it's amazing. Kind of like your music. It's a very unique, interesting style. And if you're listening, you should have a look at the artwork and the way in which you dress and even your makeup. What's the do you do it all yourself, and what's the influence behind that?
I always like to say my visual side of things is kind of a direct translation of what my music is about. So when my music is a mixture of the West and the Eastern, so I always act as in a way like a cultural ambassador, because I really feel was the feeling of there's a lot of forgotten culture from the eastern side that the world don't know, and then they don't know in a way that it can be introduced into the pop kind of way. So my kind of attitude is to bring in those elements into my, say, makeup, my hair, my dress style, and videos, just to introduce a little bit, but make it into what we say, modernize it into, but exactly the same way how I do my music. So it kind of, everything all falling, all the pieces are falling together, rather than it was, I had to think so hard for it.
Thank you so much, Fifi Rong, for coming in. I'm going to tweet now all your socials and handles so we can keep track of what you do. And good luck with the album.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.